All right, Jim, we are here for more fun. And of course,
Down by the riverside.
WWE is in the news, and there's still more WWE related stuff to talk about, so why don't we do just that? We recently on your show, The Experience, talked about Ridge Holland, who was terminated by WWE after they told him they weren't going to bring him back. He went online, he had a few comments about his living situation and the cost of living, and how this was really going to mess him up. So then they fired him. But
9 days early.
Have you been following this story since we discussed it?
I have unfortunately not had time to follow Ridge down his path because I've been signing books. What is he already in the box under the overpass? Have they given the kids to Child Protective Services? Is he out in the street? What's going on with Ridge? It's been almost a week.
I have a report here from the Wrestling News. Of course, wherever you find your favorite podcast. Luke Menzies, who wrestled in WWE and NXT as Ridge Holland, has released a statement regarding the GoFundMe account that was recently set up for him in the wake of his early contract termination by WWE earlier this month.
They've robbed the box office. They've robbed the box office. All the money's gone. Is that what he's saying?
Well, that's not exactly what he's saying, but here's a quote. Thank you all for the incredible support shown through the GoFundMe campaign. However, I want to clarify that I was not aware the page was going live and had no prior discussion with the family member who created it.
What?
I've since requested that no further donations be accepted, and this change should take effect within the next 24 hours. Once we figure out how to move forward, and I recoup the amount donated, I'll be donating said amount to charity.
I've recouped the amount donated. He's trying to make a professional statement and not aware of all of his grammar.
I will be donating.
He wouldn't recoup the amount donated until he would get the amount donated. He hadn't laid it out. You would have to lay it out to recoup it.
Or maybe he's a criminal mastermind and he's laying out his scheme. Who knows? But let's go back to this.
Recouping, nevertheless.
I'll be donating said amount to charity. I sincerely apologize if the page caused any upset or offense. That was never the intention. Thank you for your understanding and kindness. It has since been revealed that it was his mother who set up the page.
What?
His mother.
Wait. I was about to ask, family member, did some cousin just, having some issues go off the deep end? This was the, whatever. The last thing, I can't take it, I got to help Ridge or something. But his mother, he's a 37-year-old man, and his mother put up a GoFundMe for him without telling him, or I think that worded in an unwieldy fashion. I was not aware the page was made live. I just knew she was working on it. But would your mother, if you were a grown adult near the age of 40 that had been working for a large organization for the last several years and making more money than most wrestlers usually used to make, would she just instantly say, oh my God, he's not going to get a check next week. He's going to be in the streets. I got to do a GoFundMe and have people donate. What is going on here, Brian?
I don't know exactly. Because the other thing too is it doesn't exactly make you stand out to the other employers out there. Although, you know what? I want to hire this guy. Maybe his mom can handle our social media.
Yeah, fuck you. He'll work for beans from the garden. You know what? He's obviously in dire straits. We can get him for us to just let him sleep in the fucking storage room. He'll work for free.
Does he live in Florida like so many of the guys do nowadays?
Last time I stalked him, I can't remember.
I'm just thinking if he did, I mean, one of the reasons Florida's pitched itself as being a benefit to people was the low cost of living. So again, if you have a place in Florida, he said he had a mortgage, he has to have neck fusion surgery. I want to say we read he had 4 kids. Is that right?
Well, no, I think somebody said 3.
Okay.
I saw more, but I think the article that we were reading from, we talked about it, said 3, but nevertheless, the neck fusion surgery, while certainly not something that any of us would want to undergo, is not costing him anything. It's not a financial burden to him because they're paying for that, which they should. And obviously, he can't just nip right up and, have a full-time job of some description right after this surgery. So he's going to be out of work. But one would think that being almost 40 with a history of injuries and, as we mentioned, a wife and family, a lot of guys almost 40 with a wife and 3 kids and a mortgage want to be rock and roll stars. But they need to have some savings to finance that, or elsewise they need to transition into another career somehow. So we were aghast, as apparently a bunch of people were, a GoFundMe this quick. Jesus Christ, his last check isn't fucking deposited yet. And it's miscommunication in the family. But
again, too, but even before the GoFundMe, it all comes back to the mindset of knowing your contract's running out and getting them to fire you days earlier.
Yeah. He could have just held on to that comment for 9 days, and then he could have got that last check and then said the same thing. Because I don't think it's going to be like he's going to be going back in the system anytime in the near future. So, but again, it hit people wrong, I think, because as I mentioned when we talked about it originally, there's people making fucking 40 grand a year, maybe even not, whose kids have cancer or whatever, with GoFundMes. And hard to sympathize, Ridge.
Well, that's the update on formerly known as Ridge Holland. Now will certainly be something else.
Now known as Mud. His name is Mud. Do you know where that expression came from, Brian Last?
No.
And do they even say it anymore? The kids, they don't say anything fun these days. But for years and years, when somebody had a bad reputation or had been just really talked bad about, his name is Mud around here. That comes from the name of the doctor that unwittingly set John Wilkes Booth's leg after he broke it after assassinating Abraham Lincoln. Dr. Mud.
Huh. No shit. I just thought it was because I thought it was because you guys had a lot of mud in the South.
No, as a matter of fact, this was up north in Washington, D.C.
Oh, it's a complete switcheroo.
Yeah.
It's like Bizarro.
It's the Bizarro world. But his name was Mud from then on out.
Well, good luck, Ridge Mud.